Our next, our next, our next storyteller will be Gerald Alonzo Hayes. Apparently wearing his proton pack. Just, yeah, take your time, Gerald. Oh, come on, come on.
You are in December back in 1999, my father planned a trip to California, and he told us he wanted us to have $1,500 in because he wanted to go to California, and he wanted to book our hotel fees and stuff. So he said, by May, for us to have our $1,500. Now, I'm a usher at a Broadway show, and I got paid like $150 to $200 a week. And somehow I thought I could make it to $1,500 by May, but and saving my money, and you always find something you want, and you just couldn't save, and and my sisters, they had good jobs, they been handled it, and my father said, Gerald, when are you gonna hand in your money? I said, well, you say the deadline's in May, it's not May yet, and so he said, you're not gonna have it. He said, I really want to know now. Are you gonna have it? And I kept saying, yes, I'm gonna have it. And I'm playing lotto. I'm trying to get lucky, and I'm trying to play the pick 3 for the $500, the pick 4 for the $5,000. Anything, I have to get to that mark. And I'm playing $1 million one. I mean, I'm like, please, luck, come get on me. And so that didn't look like it was happening, but I kept playing it, and one day when I was in church, this was in May now, the deadline is almost due, and I remember the elder coming saying, he was trying to raise money. He said, you can't beat God's giving. He said, the more you give to God, the more he'll give back to you. And time passed, I never believed that because I always just thought they wanted to raise their money. And people would come with their stories like, I gave in $1,000 and the Lord blessed me with $10,000. And I'm like, you stupid, you could have had $11,000. But this time I said, you know what? I never really give to these things. I got $200 in the bank. I'm going to give the $200 to the church to see they need the money for the fundraiser, and I'm going to give it to see what kind of God's giving, what God give, And so I gave the $200 in. And sure enough, like the next day, I looked at my bank account. I had over $1,600 in my bank account, and I'm like, wow! And I'm taking all that money, and I gave my father the $1,500, and I think I had $150 left. I said, well, let me give this to the church, so that way I get more money, because this is God's giving. And so, the following Sunday, I testified the goodness of God, because, you got to give a good testimony how, God, how God blessed me with over $1,500, and I gave the church $200. And, I was like the main speaker other than Jesus Christ of the day. And they said, you think God can't give? Ask Gerald what God can do for you. And I'm like raising my hand. Yes, God can do this. And so, but come the following Tuesday, I was negative $1,650 something in the bank. And so I called them up because, I'm kind of trying to find out what's wrong because I didn't believe banks ever made mistakes, And the lady called me up and said, sorry, sir, there was some kind of mistake in the transaction. And I said, no, God blessed me with this money. And she said, no, this wasn't, she said, this isn't your money. I'm like, yes, it is. She said, did you put $1,600 in the bank? And I'm like, no. Then she said, how you think you could get $1,600 out of the bank? And And then she was like, this is a really an illegal act. And she said you could be placed under arrest or even hire a suit, be sent to court and hire a suit for you to go to jail. And I didn't believe that was against the law. And I'm arguing back and forth with the lady. And I'm like, well, I know I went to church one day. And the man said, if I give, God will give more back. And then she said, it sounds like you've been in a scandal. And as conversing back and forth with the lady, you know, I found out that I was really in the wrong and I had to pay all that money back. And it took me some time of paying that money back. They closed my account. But I felt that I was lucky because, you know, I still got a chance to go on a trip with my father because they had their money. And being that I was pleased that I gave my father that money. And I wouldn't say it was God that gave me that money because he wouldn't do that to the bank to shortchange anybody. So the only thing I have to blame this on is on luck. Luck got me to California.
Good job. Gerald Alonzo Hayes.